And the first gig you did, was that through school? You said you got involved in the singer-songwriter thing?
Oh yeah, I got involved in the acoustic night at the university.
What was that like? What songs did you play?
I was really into kind of this sort of into the blues, especially a guy called Kelly Joe Phelps at the time, and he's got this really like, yeah, my woman kind of style. It's really authentic on him, but I thought I'd give that a go. And so I've got all these kind of quite funny sort of mock blues tunes from back then. You know, just love songs, that kind of stuff. Quite earnest stuff. I guess it still is really, but yeah, lots of that, and playing a few covers.
And when did the computers come into play? That was much later.
That was quite a lot later, yeah. That's probably, I probably incorporated a loop station when I was in about 2006. I've been doing the open mics for a couple of years, and I saw some like people using one. I thought, yes, I could definitely use that. And then that kind of led me on to electronic music a bit again. And I had, in 2006, I put out Wayfaring Stranger. I've been, had an opportunity to do a 12-inch with a remix on it, the 2 remixes on it, and Burial did one, and I was really taken with that. Got to know him through that. And I'd sort of never really heard my voice in that kind of dark soundscape before. So, so I got to know him, and he was quite encouraging. And I got a laptop not long after that, so I started demoing my own stuff and playing around with the software.
What was the thing you discovered when you started working with a laptop about your own music? Were there things that opened up that you hadn't seen before, perhaps?
I think I knew I wanted to make layered music, you know, with lots of, you know, a produced sounding record, which is maybe why I didn't try and make an album before that. So yeah, it was just fun, I guess, to sort of, I knew that my voice was my sort of first instrument, but it was interesting that I write all my songs on the acoustic guitar, and I found that that would always be the first thing I'd put in to the computer, but I'd eventually always take it away as I was adding other sounds around it that I was kind of interested in. But at the same time, I was playing those same songs acoustically at the gigs that I was playing, so it was quite nice. It was almost like remixing myself in a way. And then, yeah, I guess I just found that, I mean, the software makes you work a certain way as well, in a way, because it's, it's gridded. So I guess it moved me, rhythm's always been quite a big part of what I like to put into my music, so I guess I concentrated on that a bit more. And that's why kind of the groove is a big part of the record as well.
And how do the singer-songwriter and the producer relate to each other now? Which has the upper hand? Who
has the upper hand? Well, I love both of them, and I've got sort of more respect for both than ever before, and how much there is to learn, But I think I would actually, for a while, I'd probably like to keep them separate, because it's quite. I think that's probably the main conflict. Is really, the producer's job is to have perspective and see the whole picture. Where, as an artist, I want to be spontaneous and also not think about it too much. So sometimes they can be at odds. So I think I'm really interested in remixing other people, especially other vocalists, and working my producer muscle. And I'm really interested in working with other producers and kind of, working with other people, collaborating and trusting in other people's judgment as well.
But the way you like to record your record layer by layer, behind the computer, it sounds like a really solitary process. Is that something you need to be alone and in control, or are there other people who you allow to look over your shoulder and say things like, move that, or?
Sure, yeah, like Royce Wood Jr., who's in my band. For the last 6 months of my record, he was very strongly involved in a lot of aspects of it, so he was doing some programming, doing some, We did some beautiful string arrangements, and we co-wrote one song. And we're working together all the time now, live, in a live situation, so I think, and we're moving in some sort of different directions with Ableton and different ways of making music, so he's quite close to the core of what I'm doing now. And yeah, I guess that was quite solitary, the way I did make the record. But I think I sort of found my edges, really, and that was the most important thing I learned from it.